Welcome! This is Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motor news and features electronic magazine. I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa. Here are the features we have for you this week. On Motoring Forum, we shall have MIAA General Manager on the agency's new civility campaign. Our road safety reminder on the Young Street Smarts portion centers on the proper way of crossing a street after alighting from a vehicle. This week's Buying Chuper shall be about the limit on the number of passengers in PUVs. The public service segment shall have the commuter's take on the traffic situation nowadays and how it has improved for them. Showcase this week shall have the mid-sized SUV from Chevrolet, the 2019 Trailblazer 4x2 DSL 6-speed LT80 Phoenix. While for race weekend, we'll have the highlights of the 2019 Vios Racing Festival Awards Night held at the Grand Hyatt Manila.
All these plus the latest news on the country's transportation and traffic management are on this edition of Motoring Today. Join us.
Suzuki all-new Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style. All-new Ertiga debut.
Ako po si Michael Kaliwag, 12 taon ng patrol crew para sa NLEX ECTEX. Bilang patrol crew, handa akong humarap sa anumang di naasahang sitwasyon. Naalala ko pa noon, 2009, Bagyong Ondoy. Papatrol kami sa NLEX nang may nakita kami isang pamilya na natrap sa bubong. Kahit kailangan magpatrol, nagdesisyon kami na sagapin at iligtas sila. Kami ang NLEX ECTEX Patrol Crew, kaagapay at katuwang nyo sa mas maayos na paglalakbay.
The things that make my day. My mini-me, my kind of jam, my passion, my blend of coffee, my inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Welcome back. Motoring Today now starts with the latest news and developments in transportation and traffic management. Following Transport Secretary Art Tugada's support on Class 1 PUVs, Isuzu Philippines announced that they will have a prototype of the recently launched Treviz.
During the launching ceremony held in SMX Convention Center, Isuzu Philippines happily reported that the said model will be their another entry into the government's PUV modernization program.
We have already developed a Class 1 PUV that can accommodate 13 passengers, and it will soon be running the street. We are excited about that, not only Manila but all over the Philippines.
With this, the company said that they expect that the model will be a good transport solution, especially with what the government is pushing for right now.
Hopefully, it will be able to provide a model of transportation that is dependable, durable, convenient, and of course, very fuel efficient.
Staying true to the PUV modernization program's goal of providing comfort and convenience to commuters, the Isuzu Travis has several features that can provide those, emphasizing wide spaces.
It has a very modern design. The interior it's very roomy, so even tall drivers can drive the vehicle comfortably with enough headroom, legroom, and enough moving space inside.
A maximum of 13 passengers can be accommodated in this unit, as required in the Philippine national standards.
Isuzu Philippines has been supporting the government's PUV modernization program and has since been rolling out units in different areas in the metro. Meanwhile, Executive Order Number 96, which is for the establishment of the Philippine Railways Institute, or PRI, has been signed by President Rodrigo Duterte.
The PRI is the first ever Railways Training Institute in the country, which will serve as the main research and training center of the employees in the railway sector. It will also serve as the planning, implementing, and regulatory agency for the human resources development of the existing railway system. According to the DOTR, it's the department's aim to expand and strengthen the railway network under the Build program to further provide an efficient transport system to the general commuting public.
DOTR Secretary Tugade believes that the PRI will play a huge role in developing and enhancing the potential and skills of those who will serve and operate the railways network, which, as a result, the passengers will feel the efficiency and quality of the service. Continuing, the DOTR and the DPWH, together with SMC, recently conducted a ribbon-cutting ceremony and drive-through inspection of the new Alabang Viaduct Skyway ramp and reopening of the third lane of the Skyway at grade.
The DOTR and other concerned agencies stated that with this new ramp and lane reopening, traffic congestion in the South Luzon Expressway is expected to ease considerably, especially in this peak travel holiday season. The reopening of this new Skyway ramp and lane is part of the DPWH Skyway Extension Project, which includes the construction of 4 lanes in the Sucat to Alabang section, with ramps leading to the South Luzon Expressway.
Also present in the event were officials from the Toll Regulatory Board, Skyway O&M Corporation, and the Muntinlupa Council. And finally, after 17 years since the submission of the unsolicited proposal for the project and after nearly 2 years of court hearings and appeals to obtain a site, the MRT-7's 20-hectare depot is finally starting to take shape.
The DOTR and SMC Mass Rail Transit 7, or SMRT-7, identified the new depot site along Quirino Highway in Barangay Lagro, Quezon City, which was found optimal for right-of-way implementability, asset constructability, capital expenditure and operational expense efficiency, and operational reliability and maintainability. According to Secretary Tugade, the start of depot works signify that when judiciary works hand-in-hand with the executive department, they are able to pick up speed in delivering infrastructure development. MRT-7 is a 23-kilometer railway with 13 stations that will connect San Jose del Monte, Bulacan, with North Avenue in Quezon City in about 34 minutes. Once operational, the line is expected to ferry between 300,000 to 850,000 passengers per day, with room for capacity expansion to accommodate further increases in ridership. It will be connected to LRT-1, MRT-3, and the Metro Manila subway at the common station in North Avenue.
As of October 2019, the MRT-7 project is 49.15% complete. It is scheduled to begin partial operations in 2021. Those are the latest news and developments in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. Here's Ray Louie.
Thanks, Susie. The Manila International Airport Authority, or MIAA, recently launched its civility campaign dubbed as Disciplinaia to encourage airport users to become good citizens. To know more about this, let's hear it from MIAA General Manager Ed Montreal here on Motoring Forum. From January to June 2019, NAIA saw traffic of over 60,000 international flights and 76,000 domestic flights, equivalent to 12.7 million international flight passengers and 11.6 million domestic ones. According to the MIAA General Manager, Discipline NAIA is a campaign to encourage airport users to return to the good old days of having Filipino positive values. Furthermore, Discipline NAIA aims to correct many issues and problems that airport users are dissatisfied about in the airport.
We are launching Disciplina IA, a civility campaign that aims to encourage airport users to bring back the good old days, good manners and right conduct, simply as GMRC. The initiative is being launched so that Filipinos are able to return to the positive values that make Filipinos capable of observing rules and proper conduct, encouraging others to do the same. We're going back to basic. That's basically it. Ang disiplina talaga kailangan ho natin. Basic in a sense na gawin ang tama, not because somebody's watching, not because there's penalty, because that is the right thing to do. The reason I have all these 4 terminal managers is they will be the one in charge. They will make sure that this campaign will be sustained. This campaign can be consistently be implemented. Hindi lang ho ako, sila, kayo ang katulong namin para sa itong inisyatibong ito.
These values include following the rule of the yellow lines and airport security protocols, proper queuing, picking up one's trash and taking back one's bag so that someone can take a seat.
It is hard to understand why people sometimes behave the way they do. We're all guilty of this. The reason why we're having this is for us to be able to lessen the stress of our airport travelers. We feel always entitled. That sometimes is our problem. And it makes us uncivilized or even undisciplined. That's why this Discipline NAIA is coming up.
Posters are also seen in the vicinity of the airport as a reminder to all users. MIAA also said that they will conduct regular civility and service excellence workshops among thousands of its employees, partners, and stakeholders, while also calling on to everyone to do their part for the campaign to be effective.
Posters will be shown as what you've seen, but this is just an initial stage that we are going to do. There's a continuing launch and all the terminals will be equipped with all these reminders. I call them reminders so that every Filipino traveler or every Filipino airport citizen will be aware that there's some sense of civility and discipline in this particular airport. We might not be competing in terms of infrastructures compared to the rest of the airports within the Asian region, but the Filipino heart of being hospitable and with good manners and right conduct will stand out at the end of the day. So I encourage everybody, my team, all the stakeholders, immigration, customs, police, everybody that is populating this airport to please do your part.
That was MIAA General Manager Ed Monreal, our guest this week on Motoring Today's Motoring Forum, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Continuing with Motoring Today, here once again is this week's series of valuable motoring tips. We start off with road safety reminders on the Young Street Smarts portion courtesy of Toyota Motor Philippines. When alighting a vehicle, do not cross the street right away dahil baka masagasaan ka ng paparating na sasakyan. Mas safe kung pupunta ka muna sa gilid ng kalsada, look left at right, at saka tumawid kung safe na. Proper driver's demeanor, especially among drivers of public utility vehicles, is one of the major concerns we are addressing on our segment, Pai Chuper, courtesy of Mitsubishi Motors Philippines.
Payo Chuper lang, kaibigan. Ako si Alejandro Luico, isang kapwa niyo Chuper. Huwag nang ipilit magsakay ng pasahero kung hindi nakasya.
Ang bawat pampasadang sasakyan ay mayroong tinatawag na passenger limit o bilang ng mga pasahero na magkakasya. Kapag puno na, iwasang magtawag pa ng ilan at ipagsiksikan. Tandaan din na bawal maglagay ng ekstrang bangko sa gitna ng jeep.
Palaging isipin na mahalaga rin na komportable ang ating mga pasahero. Ito po si Alejandro Luico, Payo Chuper lang, kaibigan mula sa inyong kapwa niyo Chuper.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
NLEX Viaje Tips presents Healthy Road Trip. It's time for that much-awaited vacation, but here are a few things to watch out for. Sitting for long periods of time can form blood clots in your body, like in the legs. To avoid that, stop for a quick break, get up, and move around to get your blood pumping. Car air conditioners speed up dehydration, so make sure to drink water frequently. Lastly, while driving, protect your eyes from the sun by wearing UV blocking sunglasses. And for a smoother trip up north, you can now drive all the way to your destination with one RFID. Get your Easy Trip RFID sticker now.
We're back. We now welcome you to Motoring Today's World of Motorsports. We start with the latest news and developments. We're into the last few weeks of a busy year of motorsports, and we still have a number of motorsports events to complete. This includes the 2019 Super Sprint Series, which will hold its third and final round this weekend at the Maykawayan Commercial Complex in Bulacan. The newest grassroots racing series that debuted only last August has been drawing a lot of entries, most of them from the true beginner and intermediate categories, dovetailing with the series' main objective of providing a competitive and affordable event, try out organized motorsports and hone performance driving skills. It drew 128 entries in the second round held last October, 80% of whom organizers said were in the beginners and intermediate categories. Organizers expect more of the same this weekend. After the third round results are confirmed and the points assessed and totaled, the champions in various classes will be announced and awarded in ceremonies to be held at the Toyota Manila Bay dealership in Pasay City on December 15. More in the world of motorsports here on Motoring Today, as we now give you Race Weekend. The 2019 Vios Racing Festival ended with an awards night for the class champions of the Vios Circuit Championship and the Vios All-Across Challenge. Race Weekend was there to congratulate the winners and talk with them about their season and plans for their motor racing future. We're here at the Grand Hyatt Hotel in Bonifacio, Global City for the awards night of the Vios Racing Festival, as drivers will receive their respective awards. After a season of thrilling wheel-to-wheel racing, as well as an exacting and exciting precision driving competition, the 2019 Vios Racing Festival ends with a festive awards night. Held at the Grand Hyatt Manila, we get to see the champions and other contenders in formal attire instead of their racing suits as Teolo Motor Philippines celebrates another successful season of the One Make Circuit Racing Series using the Vios, and the triumphant debut season of the Autocross Challenge that also featured the sedan. As in the races itself, Teolo's Wakudoki spirit permitted the awards night as the champions and the runner-ups were called up one by one to receive their trophies from TMP's top honchos led by its president, Satoru Suzuki. Race weekend was at the awards night and got to talk with some of the winners and the runner-ups, including Anjo Perez, who topped the media class during the last round of the Vios Autocross Challenge, ending champion Jose Altaveras' unbeaten record and becoming the surprise second overall for the class. I'm here with one of the winners of the Vios Autocross Challenge, long-time motoring journalist, Mr. Anjo Perez. Hi Anjo, thank you for joining us here at Motoring Today.
Ivy, thank you for having me.
So, what are your thoughts on actually winning against these youngsters here in the Vios Autocross Challenge? And despite just joining one race, which was a double point system for you, did you feel like it was really deserving for you? And how well did you prepare for this race?
Actually, I'm really surprised. Because during the last race, the guys just requested me to join. Well, they wanted a senior to join the race to see how we would fare against the new kids on the block. And I really didn't prepare for the race, and I just did my usual stuff, my usual thing. And during the last race, luckily I ended up on top. And I was even more surprised during the awarding ceremony that I got second place overall. I didn't know that they gave double points during the last race. So, well, of course, I'm very happy.
Not quite a surprise was the phenom Inigo Anton being called up to receive his trophy as champion of the car club class in the Vios Autocross Challenge, although he admits to being surprised at topping all legs of the challenge given that all were driving similarly prepared cars.
Well, I'm actually surprised I was able to get all the legs, but of course it's also very nerve-wracking because like new competitors, it's a new series and you don't really know what to expect, but you know, we just treat it like any other race also and not take anything for granted. So like I'm really happy with my performance and hopefully I'll be able to continue with.
After all his success in the Vios Autocross Challenge, as well as in the Philippine Autocross Championship Series, Inigo is looking to step up to circuit racing in the near future.
Well, I would say that Autocross will be like, my Autocross chapter will be like ending, and next year hopefully I'll have a ride for the Circuit Challenge. I'm also planning to do Race of Champions by Mike Potenciano, which is also happening tomorrow. Yes, and like hopefully for 2020 as well. And looking forward to actually trying to join the Vios Cup or like Philippine GT, for example. And yeah, you know, it's a new challenge for me, and hopefully I'll be able to prepare for it.
Having just stepped up into circuit racing is Julian Tang, a true novice in motorsports who was just 10 points behind co-leader Francis Adriano and Ellis Minorca heading into the last 3 races. With double points offered in the last 3 races of the year, Julian ruled missing on the championship but was nonetheless happy with second overall in the promotional class.
To be honest, this being my first time engaging in motorsports, I would rate my performance fairly okay, like above average. But of course, having second place, not first, being so close, I also kind of feel bad in a way, because I was like, it's so close but not quite.
With having no experience racing cars, Julian is no stranger to racing. A competitive swimmer in his youth and later on in cycling, this served him good stead in the Vios Circuit Championship.
I think the most valuable thing I've learned in motorsports is something in a way common throughout most sports. It's focus and drive and determination. Because without those things, it will be very hard to compete and even win anything. So the most important thing is, especially in motorsports, is mental focus. Like how focused you are and how mentally strong you are will determine how good you perform in a race.
Julian also attributes his good performance to support from his family and his team.
First off, I'd like to thank my family, my parents who supported me all throughout, without whom I wouldn't be here, to Boss Costco, because the team is amazing. To Coach Roland, because without whose support, I wouldn't know what to do in the car. And to my teammates, because they pushed me further than I probably would have gone.
Also new to the Vios Circuit racing, but not to motorsports racing itself, is Eggy Ong, having been active in track days and various forms of time attack or time trial competitions.
Overall, I'm pretty satisfied with my performance, considering this is my first year joining this Vios Racing Festival. I've learned a lot joining this series. It improved my driving skill, driving technique, but most importantly, I think it's a test of character for me personally. So I think overall as a person, it really improved me. The way how I discipline myself mentally, physically. Actually, coming into the series, I didn't think I have an edge because I was competing against previous champions already of the Vios Racing Festival. But for me kasi, I just took it as a challenge to myself. So, parang hindi ko naman tinitingnan yung other people, my competitors. I just wanted to keep on improving my driving, my lap times. Yeah.
After finishing third in the sporting class, Eggy is grateful for a season that saw him grow as a racer and a person.
I really want to thank, first of all, Toyota Philippines. Toyota Motor Philippines, without them, this whole series won't be possible. Also to TRS who organized this for us. Then of course my team, Toyota San Fernando, Boss JBT, Boss Mark and Ma'am Mary. They've been very generous and supportive to me. The crews of TSF and the mechanics as well. A lot of people to thank for, my wife of course, who also supported me the whole series. And my teammates, they've been very valuable as well. And my coach as well.
For sporting class champion Red Diwa, this year's Vios Circuit Championship is a redemption of sorts for troubles he had in losing his chance at the championship last year.
This year is my redemption year. Last year, I could have won the series, but an accident came, so I lost the series. This year, I was consistent throughout the year, and luckily I won the championship for the sporting class.
Red credits his success this year to his consistent performance that comes from years of competing in the Vios Cup.
I think it's more on the experience side. Jan's experience with circuit racing is just, I think it's 2 years now. Parang ako mas mahaba yung experience ko sa kanya. I think that was the edge. Jan Dizon, I think, is one of the future drivers of motorsports here in the Philippines. So I think it's more on the passing on of the torch to the new ones.
But after thanking Toyota and many others for a great series, Red appears not ready to pass the championship torch to others.
First, I'd like to thank Toyota Motor Philippines for a wonderful series. I'd also like to thank Tuazon Racing, especially JP and Ma'am I for a wonderful series. I would also like to thank my personal sponsors, Toyota Isabela and Graul Tule, for all year-round support for making it all possible to win this championship. So thank you very much. I'm looking forward to a back-to-back championship. So hopefully luck is again on my side. Thank you.
And that's our coverage of the 2019 Vios Racing Festival Awards Night. Be sure to check us out next week for more Race Weekend. The Vios Racing Festival has just ended, but already many of the winners are looking for opportunities to continue racing with the Vios. That's this week's World of Motorsports. Motoring Today continues right after this break.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Suzuki all-new Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style. All-new Ertiga debut.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry now takes center stage.
Toyota Motor Corporation has brought in the 5 Continents Drive to the Philippines in line with the company's commitment to making ever better cars.
The 5 Continents Drive actually started in 2014 with a team from Toyota Motor Corporation and Toyota Engineering. Team members drive several vehicles in different continents to understand different road conditions, the driving habits of the market in those areas, with the goal of getting the knowledge so that they can make better cars for the consumers.
According to Toyota, the 5 Continents Drive team aims to drive various Toyota vehicles in local communities, diverse terrains, and challenging environments which customers experience on the road on a daily basis.
It is actually very aligned with our philosophy of Genji Genbutsu, going and seeing the actual market so that they can gain the understanding and translate it into making better vehicles. So it is of course aligned with Toyota's philosophy of giving the best products for our customers by understanding their needs and understanding how they use the vehicle in their daily lives.
Last November, Toyota Motor Corporation, through its local affiliate Toyota Motor Philippines, together with the global affiliates, concluded the Philippine leg of the global project 5 Continents Drive at the Philippine Gold event at Toyota Manila Bay Corporation. Officially launched in a send-off ceremony at Toyota's Santa Rosa Laguna plant in November 19, the project brought 27 Toyota engineers and technical experts from TMC, TMP, Toyota Daihatsu Engineering and Manufacturing, and Toyota Motor Asia Pacific to the roads of Metro Manila, Bulacan, Tarlac, La Union, Baguio, Pangasinan, and other neighboring provinces. The 5 Continents 9 vehicle convoy for the Philippine Drive is composed of the locally assembled Vios and Innova, together with the Hilux, Corolla Altis Hybrid, Rush, Fortuner, and the RAV4.
We would like to congratulate the contingent of the Toyota's 5 Continents Drive. It's not easy to be a foreigner driving in various roads, especially in the Philippines. We know how challenging it is. So we congratulate them for taking this time and effort to understand our market. And we also would like to thank them for taking this learning back to their headquarters and hopefully in the future incorporate it in how they make better cars for us.
SsangYong Philippines has recently launched its newest diesel-powered lineup, with the Corando and Tivoli taking on the center stage. The 2020 edition of the Corando adopted a few key features from the 2015 Tivoli's design and was given a far more contemporary look.
SsangYong really made it a point to make it a more modern look, more refined. At the same time, the NVH was much improved from the previous models of the Corando. What you can find in the Corando is, first of all, the 10.25-inch SuperVision cluster. That's where you'll find all the information that you need in the vehicles, such as speed, the tachometer is there, the odometer, and then of course the vehicle settings. And then when you play music on your radio, you can see the title of the song, the album, etc. on the middle of the screen. It's basically the information center of the vehicle. It also comes with an 8-inch Android Auto and Apple CarPlay enabled smart audio system.
One of its biggest improvements, however, is its powertrain. The latest Corando is equipped with the brand's new EXDI 160 diesel engine, a durable, high-efficiency compact engine designed with both power delivery and fuel economy in mind. The engine is capable of producing a maximum output of 136 PS with peak torque of 324 Nm.
We really made it a point to introduce the Corando with a diesel engine because what we wanted to do was to make ourselves known as, first of all, the Korean SUV specialist. Second, as one of the only manufacturers with an all-diesel lineup. So together with that, we're launching the 2020 Tivoli, which previously came with a 1.6-liter gasoline engine. Now it comes with the same 1.6-liter turbo diesel engine, exactly the same as the one in the Corando that we're introducing today. The Tivoli, as mentioned, it has been around since 2015. It has gone through 2 facelifts already. But again, the point that we're making here is that we're introducing an all-diesel lineup. So that's why with the Tivoli, we're also inserting the same 1.6-liter, 136 horsepower, 324 Nm of torque diesel engine into the 2020 Tivoli.
The engine is capable of producing 136 PS of power and 324 Nm of torque. It's a significant improvement from the previous Tivoli XL-V's engine, which only had 300 Nm of torque and a 115 PS output. On top of the new engine, the Tivoli comes with a bolder look. The entire front of the vehicle has been redesigned to match its powerful new diesel mill, with lines that slope towards the center to create a more dynamic sense of movement.
Since it's a facelift, the main changes are in the front. The headlights have been updated, the taillights as well. It now features LED taillights. And one of the major changes was in the interior. So if you look at the interior, it's more modern, more refined. It's also quieter inside. In fact, you won't even hear the diesel engine when you're sitting inside the Tivoli.
With their respective fresh new looks and EXDI 160 diesel engines along with other improvements, both the Corando and the Tivoli pose as high-quality vehicles from SsangYong.
Next year, we're looking at selling a lot, and I mean a lot of units. That's because we know that Filipinos love diesel engines, and that's why we made it a point to introduce 4 models that come with diesel engines. So again, we started this June by introducing the Rexton 7-seater SUV, and then the Muso Grand and the Muso pickup trucks, which were derived from the Rexton. And then now we're launching the 2020 Tivoli and the Corando, which all come with diesel engines. For this 4th quarter, we'll be launching a new dealership in Otis, Manila. And then pretty soon, we'll also open 4 new branches in the Mindanao area. That would be in Davao, Cagayan de Oro, Butuan, and General Santos.
Ford Philippines has officially launched the all-new Ford Transit, which is designed to help businesses thrive, especially those involving moving people, as part of their daily operations.
Ford Transit is a commercial vehicle that feeds to the needs of the consumers who are looking to transporting not just people but also goods as well. So Transit that we bring into this market is a 15-seater vehicle that is apt for supporting businesses like tourism, like BPO industry, as well as the fleet requirement. We've known this business for over half a century. This is a very successful product globally. It's been successful in Europe, it's been very successful in China, and it's been a top seller in the Americas as well. So as a global product, we thought it is appropriate to bring it to Philippines market, which is fast emerging into the tourism industry, into the hospitality industry, into the BPO industry, which is one of the largest revenue generation industries for Philippines market. Because of this vehicle nature, the downtime is important, service intervals are important. The vehicle service needs here is just once a year. So it brings the business owners an opportunity to run the vehicle without bringing it to the service station for over a year. So that's an opportunity, serves to the businesses very well because downtime is an important aspect of your business.
The all-new Transit is powered by Ford's proven 2.2-liter Duratorque diesel engine capable of generating 135 PS of power and 385 Nm of torque, which is coupled with a 6-speed rear-wheel drive manual transmission. The all-new Transit features a built-for-purpose design with a distinctive look, spacious 15-seating capacity, interior dashboard, and power side step.
Maybe for key features, first I'll start off with its size. So it's very spacious. It offers 15 seats, comfortable seats for everyone. It has multiple stowage bins, of course cup holders for us, and then multiple power sockets. It's mated to a diesel engine, which makes it very fuel efficient also. I'm proud to say that it's probably one of the few vans that actually has its own individual 3-point seat belts for all of the 15 seats. So it's very safe. It also offers electronic stability program that we have. So we have that, well, of course, aside from the airbags.
Customers purchasing the all-new Transit this year will get free 5-year scheduled service maintenance plan to further boost their business growth and productivity. With the recent introduction of the Geely brand to the Philippines, Sojitz G Auto Philippines, the exclusive distributor of Geely cars in the country, has found a best way to showcase the features and capabilities of their flagship SUV, the Coolray, that was bringing a group of motoring scribes to a 2-day media drive event in Bataan aboard the vehicle.
We invited 15 medias from different outlets, and we invited them to drive the all-new Geely Coolray. So we are now here at Anbaya Cove, Bataan to experience how cool the Coolray is.
They chose Bataan as their drive destination for its route, where a mixture of public roads and highways, and at the same time mountain hills are present to test the Coolray's engine and technology.
The Geelys that you see right now are the Geely 3.0 era, so they're now integrated with Volvo DNA. So as you can see, the car has that Volvo character in it. So one of the features is really, again, as mentioned, the engine, 1.5 3-cylinder engine, 177 horsepower and 255 Nm of torque. And at the same time, it's equipped with the 7-speed dual clutch transmission, which is a wet type, so you wouldn't have any problems driving it in traffic and also in highways.
The Chinese marque says the new SUV was designed using the youth power concept with lines at angles, which distinguishes itself from other SUVs in the market. Other features include a 7-inch LED instrument panel display, which matches the 3 different driving modes: normal, eco, and sport, and a 10.25-inch multimedia touchscreen with QD-Link Android connectivity function. Geely promises a lot more are in store for the brand in 2020, with introduction of new models to add to their existing lineup.
Geely Philippines is planning to launch the new models in every 6 months. That is the plan. So the next will be in March or April 2020. Yeah. That is scheduled to be the another SUV. I really appreciate our friends from media join this tour, and I expect everyone had a feeling and experienced what is Geely Coolray with very excellent performance and technical features.
Ford Philippines recently invited members of the motoring media to test drive the Ford Ranger XLS 4x4 and XLT 4x2 variants. With an aim to highlight the Ranger's power and capabilities, Ford prepared special activities to showcase the business aspect of 2 variants.
So we're here today in Herona, Tarlac. We brought our Ranger XLS and XLT variants to be able to showcase its power and performance. And as you all know, the Ford Ranger is really built Ford tough, and there is really so much to enjoy and to experience with the Ford Ranger. So pickup trucks are really big in the province, especially in areas where there's really a farm or in a construction facility. So because a lot of our consumers are basically recognizing the features and capabilities of the Ford Ranger when it comes to helping them in hauling equipment, in towing equipment, and this is really the best place where we can really feel and experience the power and the capability of the Ford Ranger.
The day started in Quezon City, driving up north to the group's first stop, Ford Pampanga. The dealership, which is celebrating its 20th anniversary, features the full lineup of Rangers in its display area. Then the media were off to do some activities that highlight the payload capacity and work-ready capability of the Ford Ranger.
We actually went and immersed ourselves in a construction area where we experienced the payload capacities of the Ford Ranger, the XLS and the XLT. And this afternoon, we're here today in Tarlac to actually immerse ourselves in a farm to be able to experience and showcase the capabilities of the Ranger when it comes to its payload and towing capabilities, which are definitely best in class.
Through these various activities, Ford emphasizes the performance, reliability, comfort, and safety of these entry-level and mid-tier variants of the Ranger.
Well, we'd like to invite everybody to come check out the Ford dealership and check out our gigantic deals for the Ford Ranger. The Ford Ranger is now available at 943,000 pesos or 125,000 cash discount for the XLT variant. So I would like to greet everybody a Merry Christmas and hope to see you in a Ford dealership nearest you soon. Thank you.
The 13th Manila Auto Salon and 25th Sport Truck Show were recently held at the SMX Convention Center by Mall of Asia, back-to-back with the Tactical Survival in Arms Expo of Armscor Global Defense Inc. Over 200 show-stopping vehicles were present for the display and competition. Conceptualized and organized by the leading motoring events production company Trade Show International Inc., this event is by far the most comprehensive motor show for customized vehicles, performance cars, sport utility vehicles, 4x4s, off-roaders with a retail section for products and services. Meanwhile, the Tax Expo had its usual LTOPF Caravan, a one-stop shop for firearm ownership, licensing, and renewal. The major highlight of the motoring event was the competition for 6 Best of Show title awards, namely Custom Car, Tuner Car, and Extreme Custom Car for Manila Auto Salon, and Sport Truck, Sport Utility Vehicle, and Extreme Sport Truck for the Sport Truck Show. The major highlights of the Tax Expo were the Gun Show, the LTOPF One-Stop Shop Caravan, the free seminar series, and the activity center featuring archery, knife throwing, among others. Harley-Davidson Motor Company has announced its much-awaited 2020 model year lineup, including a new addition to the touring range, the Electra Glide Standard.
Harley-Davidson has been here in the Philippines for 6 years. Customers are eager and wants more from Harley-Davidson. So we brought in the 2020 models to give it to the customers, to have it with much more competitive price since we started way back in 2013.
As presented, the Electra Glide Standard is designed for the traditional touring customer. No screen, simply a motorcycle that provides and heightens the experience of the journey. This fundamental experience is a key element in the design and engineering of the Electra Glide Standard.
The highlights of the 2020 touring bikes, the Reflex Defensive Rider System, which means that it has the more traction control when sudden accelerating, braking, and stopping, especially in cornerings and slippery roads.
We have more about the local auto industry as we now give you our Car of the Week on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. When the Chevrolet Trailblazer Phoenix was brought in the local market, everybody knew that it can stand by its bold nameplate because of its features and developments. Let's take a look at this here on Showcase. That was the 2019 Trailblazer 4x2 DSL 6-speed LT80 Phoenix, coming in with features that prove its worth and capabilities. Our featured vehicle in this week's showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
Drive worry-free with Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program with a free 24-hour nationwide roadside assistance included with your comprehensive auto insurance. Rest assured, we'll take care of you and your car wherever you are. Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program, 100% worry-free driving.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
We now have our public service segment brought to you by Honda Cars Philippines.
As we head on towards the end of 2019, let's look back on the efforts of transport and traffic agencies in improving transportation landscape and traffic situation in the country. This year, several infrastructure projects were started. Some were completed while others have been approved and on the planning stage already. These include bridges, expressways, road networks, and railway systems, among others. All are considered as big-ticket projects under the government's Build, Build, Build program or as a public-private partnership and are seen as the long-term solutions to traffic. When it comes to interim solutions, these include traffic management schemes which have received backlash from the motoring public like provincial bus ban and driver-only ban, the highly controversial motorcycle taxi operations, strict implementation of traffic rules and regulations, nationwide road clearing operations, and getting help from other transport agencies in manning traffic. Considering all of these, we asked the commuters on their assessment into traffic how it has improved for them and how they are being affected. Citing the LRT2 partial shutdown, some commuters who rely on the railways find it longer to commute with buses.
I live sa San Juan, medyo nahihirapan ako. Usually, nag-LRT na lang ako instead of bus kasi travel time-wise, mas maikli. Parang 30 minutes lang yung biyahe ko from pag nag-LRT.
Since yung LRT medyo di ba na-cut sa Cubao? So, mas maraming tao pupunta doon. Like si Angge, medyo nahihirapan din siya kasi mas dumagdag yung sasakyan niya na places.
For those living in the south, there are some improvements as stated by one of the commuters from the area, with the strict implementation of loading and unloading routes.
Napansin ko na may improvement naman kasi kumbaga pinapatupad yung proper tamang babaan tsaka sakayan. So kumbaga sa Buendia kasi sobrang traffic lalo na mga bus tsaka iba't ibang kotse sabay-sabay. So kasi ngayon parang inimplement na iba na yung babaan ng mga bus. So parang nag-less yung siksikan sa may Buendia. So para sa akin okay yun naman. Pero kumbaga kasi rush hour din ako nakaka-uwi and Christmas season. So talagang factor na yung maraming pasahero and traffic. So kumbaga adjustment na lang din sa time travel.
With these testimonials, we can say that traffic improvement and the overall transportation landscape in the country still have a long way to go. But with everyone helping one another, we're very sure that we can reach our main goal in the near future.
That was Motoring Today's public service segment from Honda Cars Philippines. We'd like to once again urge the public to help us solve motoring problems in our midst by referring them to us so we can in turn bring them into the attention of the involved authorities. Please refer to the screen about our contact details. And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, don't forget to check us out on our social media accounts.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now in its 33rd year of continuing service to the general motoring public with a lifelong commitment to promote road safety. On behalf of Butch Gamboa, our dad, I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa. Happy motoring!